How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. Crowler time. A little bit of milk stout. Itty bitty. Well, in ABV, itty bitty. Not in stuff that's inside of it. Milk stout time. In the form of Mortalis Brewing Company. It's their Venus. Not just their Venus, but it's their Strawberry Fig Newton and Strawberry Jam Venus. Look at that sucker. Yeah, Mortalis. I just did a crowler of Mortalis. My buddy George brought me back. It was the Artemis, I believe it was, and it was a nice little pale jammer. And then my buddy George went back up there. But before he went back up there, Paul from Mortalis was like, "Hey, man, kind of dug the review." And I said, "Awesome." He's like, "Yeah, next, let me send you out some beer." And lo and behold, my buddy George was out there, so they ended up sending back some crowlers with them, 5 to be exact. So I'm going to be doing the shit out of some Mortalis beer, so hopefully they're good. We'll see what's what. What is it saying here? Like I said, Venus Milk Stout, Strawberry Fig Newton, and Strawberry Jam. 6.3%. So this is crowler on the 9th. Today is the 13th. It is, I think it's the 13th. It's smoking. It's snowing like a maniac outside, so yeah, cool logoing. I dig it. I'm in the mood for a 6.3% stout. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Like I said, it's not just a little itty bitty kind of milk stout. There's a, Fig Newtons, which I can't tell you the last time I had a Fig Newton, and Strawberry Fig Newton, mind you, and Strawberry Jam up in that sucker. So we're going to see what the sucker has to offer. What do we have here? I mean, yeah, she looks like a milk stout. You know what I mean? 2 fingers because of that gigantic crowlerish pour of a rich, dark, look at that head. It's like, that's just about where I want my coffee to look like color-wise. Super tight back bubbles, kind of cascading up to a little bit bigger bubbles up top. But you can sleep all day on the top of that motherfucker. It's so creamy. And yeah, she looks like a big, rich, milky stout. Keep in mind, 6.3%. Let's get a nose. Okay. Guess what she smells like? I know this is going to be a really big stretch here, but she smells like vanilla. It's a milk stout. She smells like chocolate. She smells like strawberries. Who would have thunk it? But here's the cool part. Some people might not find this cool, but I find this cool because I am a product of the 70s and the 80s, so it appeals to me. Neapolitan ice cream. Kids hate it because you get your nice kind of section of your vanilla, your chocolate, and your strawberry, and then everybody eats the chocolate, and then everybody eats the vanilla, and then nobody eats the strawberry. But when you get to the bottom of it, and there's a little bit of each left, and it kind of gets really kind of soft, and then you eat it together, it's like this kind of, it's not a milkshake, but it's kind of like a milkshake, but you get that kind of mashup of that kind of chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. That's kind of what you're getting in here. So this is kind of firing off a little bit of those neurons and processors, and kind of bringing me back to when I was a kid and I used to have to eat that Neapolitan ice cream. Yeah. I mean, there's a soft roasted malt behind it. There's something else in there. They're talking about the figginess. Maybe there's a little bit of kind of jammy vibes to it. But I'm just getting like kind of like a jammy Neapolitan ice cream, half-melted milkshake thing. That doesn't suck. Let's dive in. Cheers. I mean, it comes through pretty much in the taste too. It's more beer than that too, which I kind of appreciate it. I know a lot of times you have breweries, especially New Orleans, they throw so many ingredients at a beer. You're talking about, I'll tell you your core 4 here, you're talking about lactose, you're talking about that milk, you're talking about strawberry puree, I assume, strawberry jamminess. You're talking about that Fig Newton. You're getting beer first here. You're getting a nice roasted malt. There's a bit of spiciness to it. I don't know if it's a hop thing or if it's coming from someone like a Gastemi vegetal kind of jammy thing. But you're getting a little bit of spiciness in there in some form or fashion. It's nice because there's a lot of sweetness going on. So it all kind of balances it off. Without that spiciness and those bits and pieces, it might not be as balanced, but you're getting that lactose is there, so it's equal parts to the beer, if not just a little bit below, and then you get that kind of strawberry portion of the show. It does come off strawberry puree, strawberry jammy, Neapolitan ice cream. Like, it doesn't come off like super overt, like kind of jammy or jelly or sweetened. You're getting that from the milk portion of the show. You're getting that from the malt portion of the show. That's nice. It's a really nice beer. It's really hard to forget that it's really easy, I should say, hard. Real easy to forget. It's 6.3%. It's drinking more like an 8.3% beer than a 6.3% beer. And you guys know that's kind of like my soapbox right now. That's my mantra. I want a 6% beer that tastes like an 8% beer. A lot of people out there want the opposite. They want an 8% beer that drinks like a 6% beer. I like the other end of the spectrum. And this is giving me all those bits and pieces of that end of the show. But on the side that I kind of appeal to, it's delicious. It's a tasty beer, and there's a little bit of stickiness to it, so it kind of gives you a little bit of the desserty vibes. Yeah, no, that's a tasty beer. That's really well done. I should probably gush over it a little bit more. I don't know why I'm not. But that combination of it being a really well-made beer, being a beer first, adjunct second, but having a nice balance to it, and third, make me think of being a kid and eating a bottle of Neapolitan ice cream box. That's right. That's what I said, a box. For those that don't know, ice cream came in boxes back in the day. Not like your cartons and the rounded edges and all that shit. It was like just a cardboard box you'd flip open and you just eat the ice cream out of it. It's giving me those kind of vibes, and that does not suck, man. Elicit good childhood memories, and give me good beer. You win in my book. So yeah, this is really tasty stuff. I dig it. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better lower ABV stouts. Adjunct stouts. So I want to go that deep because it would be number one because I haven't had that many. One of the lower ABV stouts I've had as of late. Yes, absolutely. Up there. Might not be number one. Actually might, but it might, it's up there towards the top. Value availability. It was given to me. Sometimes this guy gets free shit. That's what happens. Brewery only. It leave you with, if you like, what will you like this? If you like stouts, you like low ABV stouts. I know we're treading into weird waters right now. And we're going to circle back to your pastry fellas. If you like your pastry stouts, but you want on the smaller ABV variety, if you like well-made balanced beers, albeit on the kind of candied portion, the pastry portion of the show, or if you like a 1980s Neapolitan ice cream, you will like this. If you like well-made beer at low ABV in the dark portion of the show, you'll like it. It's a good beer from a brewery that, honestly, small sample size, 2 beers in, both were pretty damn good. So if you're up that way, they're not in Rochester. They're probably, I don't know, half an hour-ish south. They're kind of like if you're going to the thruway towards Buffalo. Not Genesee, but it's Genesee or something like that. It's a small town off the thruway south. Just below Rochester. If you're passing through there, probably worth popping in, saying hi, getting a couple beers, grabbing a couple crowlers. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Neapolitan ice cream jammer right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.